All right, what's up, guys? Vivi back with another video and another Flesh and Blood video. Excuse me. Let's see. Today we got Boltyn, and we're going to continue with these spoilers. We're going to try and get through them all. I was going to go all the way down to Levia, but there's actually a whole entire pile of just distinctly or specifically light cards in here. So we are going to knock those out in their own video, and then Levia in her own video. Okay, so bear with me. Like I said, we're trying to get all caught up, and this is definitely a rough way to go through all these, but we're going to make it through, guys. We're going to grind through it. So let's get into Boltyn. Let's just get right into it so this video doesn't run too long. Sir Boltyn, Breaker of Dawn. He is 4 intellect, 40 health. Very average there. Very standard. Excuse me, guys. My throat, my allergies are getting kind of messed up. If you've charged this turn, your attacks get +1 physical power while defended by an attack action card. Okay. Attack reaction. Banish a card from Boltyn's soul. Target attack with a physical power greater than its base gets go again. And he's a light warrior hero. Right, so that means he has light and warrior cards. Yeah, I didn't mention that with Prism. She's a light illusionist, right? So she can use both light and illusionist cards, or light illusionist cards, right? So that's always important to take into consideration when building a deck, what their type, the heroes' types are. Right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So Sir Boltyn here, he has one thing I want to mention. This attack reaction does not say once per turn. So someone correct me if I'm wrong here, but he can just keep using that given he has cards to banish from his soul, and the target attack with a greater physical power than its base, you know, it has granted that you'll have a card to banish from his soul and that your attack will have a greater physical power than its base. So you just be able to keep giving things go again in a perfect world. Okay, so let's keep his abilities in mind as we move forward here. Beaming Blade. You know, I just thought about that. Okay, once per turn action, pay 2, attack, pay 2 to attack. If a yellow card has been put into your hero's soul this turn, this gets +5 physical power, or physical strength, physical attack, whatever you want to call it. Target attack. Your attacks get +1. So he actually is fully... His weapon goes perfectly with him, right? Like this can... Theoretically, he can get go again from his attack reaction if he has a soul to banish. Right? Or am I misunderstanding that? I think that's how that works. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Soul Bond Resolve. When this defends, you may charge your hero's soul. Okay, that's always good. The first time you would be dealt damage each turn. If you've charged this turn, prevent 1 of that damage. Okay, now that's just in general, right? The first time you would be dealt damage each turn if you've charged this turn, prevent 1 of that damage. Well, that's interesting. It would be on defense. I don't know how often you can charge on defense. So I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't play Boltyn. I play Viscerai. So I don't really know all the ins and outs of playing Boltyn. So, you know, I don't know how often you'll be able to use that middle portion of this. The first time you would be dealt damage each turn. If you've charged this turn, prevent 1 of that damage. When you're on offense, that won't be super relevant, right? I don't think you're going to take much damage on offense unless it's against certain matchups. But defensively, you would take damage, but can you charge on defense reliably? Right? We'll have to see. And someone answer in the comment section below if you're just like, yeah, just do this. You know, I'm still learning, you know, a lot of these card interactions. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. But overall, this seems very good. And it has temper, so you're losing just 1 armor counter at a time. This will eventually defend for at least 3, right? And then potentially more for if you can get it to charge on defense. And when this defends, you're going to be able to charge your hero's soul, which that's a big deal, right? Getting enough stuff, because you want to give everything go again. You know what I mean? Just how do I say this? Every card you're going to want to have go again, even though they don't have it. You know, not every card has it, and you're not always going to be able to give a card go again. In a perfect world, you want to be able to give every card go again. So having cards like Soul Bond Resolve load up your soul, that seems very strong, very good. Okay, Banneret of Courage. This is a 1-cost 4/3 Soul Flare. When this is charged to your hero's soul, create a courage token. That sword looks absolutely amazing, by the way. Absolutely incredible. Big fan of the armor, the white cape. Yeah, very cool picture. Let's see. When this is charged to your hero's soul, create a courage token. Okay, and courage tokens give +1. I'm not going to keep going down to those every single video. I'm sorry, guys. If you don't know what that is, you can easily just Google it. But basically, it's going to allow you to give your attack a +1 to physical. Let's see. In fact, I'll just go down there. Okay, yeah, look, this one gives a Quicken token, Spellbane Aegis. Just kind of glancing over these real quick. Okay, let me just go down. I'll go down there one time. Just to kind of give you guys an idea if you forgot. Courage, when you play an attack action card or activate a weapon attack, destroy this and give it +1. Quicken is going to give Go again for attack action cards or weapon attacks. Spellbane Aegis is Spell Void 1. And then Eloquence, which I don't think we're going to have any Eloquence stuff, but this is when you play a non-attack action card, destroy this and get Go again. So, all right, let's blast back up to the top. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I didn't make you too dizzy there. So, Banneret of Courage, I think you're just using this for the Soul Flare. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that it costs 1. I liked how this Beaming Blade costs 2, because notice if a yellow card has been put in your hero's soul this turn, this gets +5. And this is a two-handed weapon, by the way, guys, just to make sure that's clear. Make sure y'all see that. So this, well, it doesn't say on that card, but this card had the yellow. I feel like that's going to be a big deal. Similar to the, I think all light cards kind of mess with this yellow idea, right? Like where you're putting, yellow cards. Where was it? There's a bunch of stuff that does it. Well, first of all, Light of Soul. When this is pitched, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's yellow, you may put it into your hero's soul. Rebirth. I'm not going to go through all that stuff. I'm sorry, guys. And you can watch my other video if you really want to know about it. But the thing is, look at all these yellow cards. Banneret of Courage, Banneret of Gallantry, Protection, Vigor, Salvation, and Resilience. And they all have this Soul Flare. And even these, look at these. If a yellow card was charged this way, whenever an attack action card hits this combat chain, you may put an attack action card from your graveyard on top of your deck, so you got some recursion. Spirit of War, as an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. If a yellow card was charged this way, whenever an attack action card hits this combat chain, create a courage token, so you get more damage, right? If it's yellow, here's another one. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's yellow, put it into your hand, then charge your hero's soul. So maybe these are only meant to be charged. Whoops. Maybe these are only meant to be used as charging your soul. Because I don't like the paying 1 in decks that are yellow, where you want to have nothing but yellow, yellow cards in hand, right? Realistically. And then you got these cards that seem really good, getting a courage token or getting some recursion, but you're going to want to charge a yellow card, but they're red. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But yeah, charging these seems pretty good. The Banneret of Courage is going to give a courage token when you charge it. Gallantry is going to give you a Quicken token. Protection is going to give you a Spellbane Aegis. And then Resilience is going to give you +1 to your defensive armor. Well, that's interesting. How often can you charge on defense, like defensively? How often can you reliably do this, I wonder? When this is charged to your hero's soul, the next action card you defend with this turn gets +1. I'm not sure. Hang on, let me see something. Oh, was it the card we just looked at? Where is it? When this defends, you may charge your hero's soul. Okay, so you can combo this with that card and maybe others that I'm not aware of. Y'all tell me if there's other cards you can charge it with that I'm not aware of. Because I'm not a Boltyn main. Not a Boltyn main. I can't stress that enough. But let's see. When this is charged to your hero's soul, the next action card you defend with this turn gets +1. Man, that seems so strange, because you're throwing away a card with 3 defense to give your next card +1 defense. I don't know. That's interesting to me. I wish they had done this one a little bit differently, but who knows? Maybe it had been broken. And one thing I will say about these are 0 cost. I'm fine with this, but these being 1 cost is really annoying. Just from a from a deck design standpoint. But who knows? Maybe there's enough 1 cost actions where you're going to be able to chain like 2 in 1 turn. Banneret of Salvation is going to heal you. When this is charged to your hero's soul, the next time you hit this turn, gain 1 life. And then Vigor, when this is charged to your hero's soul, the next time you hit this turn, gain a resource. The next time you hit this turn, gain a resource. This one seems really good. This one seems very powerful, very solid. Okay, all right, let's keep going. See, if there were more effects like this, then paying the 1 cost wouldn't seem so crazy. But I might be looking at this wrong. You probably never play these. You probably only Soul Flare these. I could just be wrong. You probably only Soul Flare with these, but who knows? Okay, Beaming Bravado. I'm just going to look at the red one because, like I said, I don't know how much yellow you're going to... I'm curious to know what you guys think. What is the ratio of yellow cards you'd run in a deck like this? Would you make it like 90% yellow, 75% yellow, or what? 50% yellow? I'm not sure what you can get away with. You know, like with Viscerai decks, which is kind of more my specialty. I like Viscerai. You want to go like literally 30 attack, Runeblade attacks, and 30 non-attacks. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the ratio is going to be for Boltyn. Maybe it'll be similar. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. And oh wait, I don't want to. I almost skipped these cards up here. Sorry guys, let me go up here first. So Beckoning Light, as an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. If it's yellow, if a yellow card was charged this way, whenever an attack action card hits this combat chain, you may put an attack action card from your graveyard on top of your deck. So again, recursion. I think we already read this. That's always good. Spirit of War, if a yellow card was charged this way, you can, as an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. If a yellow card was charged this way, whenever an attack action card hits this combat chain, create a courage token. And that's whenever it hits, you create one, right? So you can create multiple, theoretically. And with these 2 cards, they're 0 cost. And if they try to defend with an attack action, these become 4, and then you'll be able to give them go again. Right, through Boltyn's ability if you have souls to toss out. So that seems very good. Okay, Prayer of Bellana. This was that really cool angel. I got to show y'all this real quick because it was so sick. Sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen this video yet, but this is like one of the best pieces. Is it 2 different artists? Yeah, Eric Klug for the Figment of War. This is really cool too, by the way. This like stained glass style. Very cool, like mosaic style. And then going into this, Alexander Mokov. Very awesome art here. So this is Bellana, the Archangel of War. And it looks like that's who this Prayer of Bellana is geared towards. So we got Prayer of Bellana, pay 1. It's a 3 defense. Your next attack this turn gets +2 physical power, or physical attack, however you say that. And then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's yellow, put it into your hand, then charge your hero's soul. Go again. So it seems like we're asking a lot on this one. We're going to need 1 resource to play this. We're going to play this, and then we're going to have to charge our hero's soul and then use an attack. Right? That seems like a lot to me personally. That's 4 cards, that are going to have to be perfectly, hitting what we need here, and so that's assuming we didn't have to defend the turn prior. I think this card is very strong. Where hey, it has go again. It has a 3 defensive value. Your next attack this turn is going to get +2, and it's your next attack, not necessarily attack action card. So even your sword, that blazing sword just looks amazing too, by the way. But then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's yellow, put it in your hand, then charge your hero's soul. Okay, so that at least is going to give you the chance to draw the card, right? See, now I'm starting to think, I'm a deck builder. I am always building decks. Like, no matter what I'm doing, I'm always thinking of, like, building decks for all the different games I play. And I see something like this, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. If you're going to have this card in your deck, which this card seems very strong, if you're going to have this in your deck, you have to run a deck that's, like, 90% yellow. Either you're going to have to run that, or you're going to have to run some type of like Oracle, right? Whisper of the Oracle, or whatever it's called, or Sift or something like that. You're going to have to run stuff like that, or this just won't work unless you're running 100% yellow. Because I'll tell you one thing, when you go to play this card, which it only comes in yellow, this is a very unique card that only comes in yellow. When you get this, if you do not hit a yellow card, it is going to feel horrible. Yeah, I mean, because otherwise you're going to have the perfect pull just to kind of pull this off. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. This, excuse me, I think the deck would have to be pretty yellow, like 75% plus. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think below. Maybe I'm crazy. But, yeah, I think this card in and of itself is very strong, but it does require quite a bit. Okay, let's keep going. What else do we have here? We went over all the bannerets. Beaming Bravado. This comes in red, yellow, and blue. Costs 0. As an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. If a yellow card is charged this way, it gets +1 physical attack power. Okay. And if they block with a attack action card, it gets another +1, right, from Boltyn's ability. And so this card always has go again, as long as you can banish a soul from your Boltyn, right? And this card has charge on it, so it theoretically speaking, this should always be able to have go again. And it's potentially a 0 for 5. So this card seems okay to me. I think this card seems pretty good. Okay. Y'all explain to me if I said something wrong there. Yeah, I mean, if I messed up something there. And I do understand you have to charge a yellow card in order to get the additional +1 from her, from the Beaming Bravado itself. So, very interesting. V for Valor. This is a 0-cost Light Warrior action aura with 2 defense. Speaking of defense, every card so far has been a 3. So that's at least pretty solid. And this is armor. You don't really count that. That's technically a 3 as well. It's 2 and then 1. But V for Valor is the only one I think that we've seen so far that's a 2. And it looks like it's literally the only one that's a 2 out of all the cards. So let's see what this does. See what justifies it. 0 cost attack reaction. This is a Light Warrior action aura. So you're going to put it down for 0. And then you're going to pay 1 anytime you can activate an attack reaction to destroy this. Charge your hero's soul, so you do have to do that. That is associated with the cost, right? You have to pay 1, destroy, and charge your hero's soul. Target attack, it gets +3. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, seems like a nice little buff card. And maybe you go with the yellow of this so that, you know, like I said, yellow seems like a primary thing. But it doesn't have go again on the card itself. So playing this V for Valor card is going to end your turn. So it's kind of more like a setup turn, or a setup card. And this card will be for a setup turn, so that next turn you can try to actually do something really, really strong, right? Or maybe you build up a bunch of these. I don't know. I don't even know. But yeah, I think it seems fine. This card seems fine. I don't think it's very good or very bad. I think it's just very average. But who knows? Maybe I'm overlooking something. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I know it's a good way to just straight up give your card go again in a deck like this, but you're paying 1 for it. So yeah, it just seems really average. Very good. Okay, Glaring Impact. This is a 1-costed, and then as an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. You may. If a yellow card is charged this way, this gets overpowered. Sure, I think this is fine. If they try to block with an attack card, an attack action card, well, now this goes to a 5, and you're going to be able to get go again. And you're going to charge your soul with this ability more often than not, right? And if you charged it with a yellow card, then this gets overpowered. So yeah, you're going to have the card to give it go again, ready to go, if you gave it overpower. And then it's going to be a 5 when they try to block it with an attack action. But with the way Overpower works, this can't be defended by more than 1 action card. So reactions are still going to be fine, right? Someone correct me if I mess anything up, but I'm pretty sure I understand that correctly. But they'll be able to defend with 1 normal defense reaction or attack reaction, and then they can defend with however many defense reactions they want to, I believe. Unless I'm misunderstanding that. More than 1 action card. And with this isn't Dominate, is what I'm saying, right? So it's not quite the same. Like they can still defend with like armor, and then 1 action card, and then however many reaction cards, right? Or am I wrong about that? This can't be defended by more than 1 action card. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Anyway, moving on. The card seems good though. Seems pretty strong. So Light the Way. We got a 0-cost 3/3. As an additional cost to play this, you may charge your hero's soul. When this hits, if a yellow card was charged this way, this gets go again. So you're going to be able to give it go again regardless, right? Because you're charging it, and you're going to use a yellow card to do it more often than not. So it's if they defend with an attack card, well, the biggest an attack card can be is a 3. So that's going to turn this into a 4. And then we're going to be able to just give it go again by banishing Assault from Boltyn, because its base power is now higher than what it was. Or its current power is higher than what its base is. The only way they can stop this is if they just straight up react with a defensive reaction, right? That's the only way they can stop this. But then you can still... Well, no, then you would not be able to give it go again. So, I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't think this one's as good as some of the other stuff we've seen. But I also don't think it's bad, because some decks don't really run a lot of defensive stuff. So, not bad. Okay, Resounding Courage. So everything we just looked at, by the way, V for Valor, Glaring Impact, Light the Way, and Resounding Courage, all of those come in blue, yellow, and red variants. So you'll probably want to go yellow on most of this stuff, but who knows? You know, like I said, I don't know what the ratio needs to be for Boltyn to really be able to pull off the yellow theme. Resounding Courage is a 1-cost Light Warrior attack reaction with a 3 defensive value. Target Light Warrior attack gets +3 physical attack. And then if you've charged this turn, create a Courage token. Cool. Just strong, right? So you come in with an attack, like let's just say Glaring Impact. You know, and maybe that's how it's meant to be. Maybe you're supposed to just go yellow for all these, and then you use your V for Valors to push you over the threshold needed to get through damage. And same thing with that Glaring Impact. And pretty much all of these are charging you, right? V for Valor, yeah, you're paying 1, but you're charging. Glaring Impact as an initial cost to play it, you're charging. Light the Way as an initial cost to play it, you're charging. Bravado, you're charging. So again, you're just always charging. So then you'll be able to pop off with Resounding Courage, even as just like a yellow, like not even a red. You'll just be able to go with yellow here, because the +2 is probably all you're going to need, right? Because this is a reaction. But who knows? Maybe you want to eke out extra damage. Maybe you want to go red. I don't know. But if you have charged this turn, create a Courage token. So now you're going to get even more attack. You guys see what I'm saying? Very solid, though. Very solid reaction, attack reaction for 1. Especially having 3 defense, right? Like that's awesome. It's kind of just good all around. So where you kind of could pull off running it as a yellow if needed, especially if you're always going to be able to get the Courage token, because then it kind of is 1 for +3. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think, guys. So Charge of the Light Brigade. This is the last one. Charge of the Light Brigade is a 0-cost Light Warrior action with 3 defense. The next attack you charge this turn will get +2 physical attack, and this card has go again, obviously. This seems fine. The next attack you charge this turn gets +2. Go again. So let's just kind of think of how that's going to play out. Let's just say we have Charge of the Light Brigade, and then a Glaring Impact in hand, and then 2 other cards, assuming we didn't have to defend with anything. See, that's kind of interesting. But so if we charge with the Light Brigade, our next attack we charge this turn is going to get +2 physical, and then go again. So then if we Glaring Impact, well, we're going to need something to pitch to even play that. Let's just do a 0-cost one just for this example. So let's just do Light the Way here. So it's going to be a 4. But then we're going to, as an additional cost to play it, we are going to charge it by discarding a yellow. And now we're going to be able to go again if it hits. And this is coming in for 4 now. So if they go to block it with anything other than a defense reaction, we will have achieved go again, because its base attack is 2 and we're at 4. Okay, well, interesting. I feel like that synergy, there's a little bit of overlap there with Charge of the Light Brigade, like when this hits, get go again. I don't know, man. Gosh. I don't know what to say. So I'm going to say this. Very interesting stuff going on here, but I'm not overwhelmed with what I read here in the same way that I was with Prism. Okay, and to be fair, I wasn't overwhelmed with what I saw from Viscera either. But with Prism, man, I had a certain interest like I had a certain interest peaked immediately when I looked over the Prism stuff. And I'm not saying that Boltyn's going to be bad. I have no idea, right? I have absolutely no idea. I'm just saying that generally speaking, this did not really get me excited in the same way as Prism did. I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. These bannerets, you know, the interactions here are probably going to be really strong. This Prayer of Boltyn had a lot of potential. Same thing with this Charge of the Light Brigade. But, excuse me, but overall, I just wasn't like, how do I say it? It didn't like knock me off my feet with the same way that Prism did. So, yeah, you guys tell me what you guys think below. I don't think it's bad. Again, I'm not trying to say it's bad, but tell me what you guys think below. Like I said, to some of the questions I had some questions on rulings, some questions, or I think I had some on rulings, right? And some questions on what ratios you think we should use for the yellow cards in a Boltyn deck. Now, I am going to go over just a little bit more. We got to hang on 1 second. There's some warrior cards down here I do want to go over since we're on Boltyn. Excuse me. So let's go. We'll go over the Guardian stuff as well, real quick. So Starstruck. This is a 7 cost, 10 damage, 3 defense. Bravo specialization. This is only for Bravo. Crush. When this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, the only attacks that they may play or activate during their next turn are attacks with base physical power greater than the damage dealt this way. Okay, so you guys know what's going on there. Pretty self-explanatory ability here. It's just a massive attack. Now, there's a unity on here as well. When this defends together with a card from hand, create a Seismic Surge token under any number of heroes' control. So unity is something I don't really want to go over in this video, but I do want to go over in a video coming up, at least sometime in the future. I think it's more of a role-playing style thing or like a multiplayer. Excuse me. Well, it might be role-playing. I'm not really sure yet. I need to look more into it, but I think it's more of a multiplayer type of event that they're working on in Flesh and Blood. So not going to comment too much on Unity. In fact, if anyone knows about it in the comments below, by all means, share with everybody. So let's just keep going, though. This is a 7 cost, deal 10, 3 defense, and with this insane crush ability, if you deal 4 or more damage to the hero, when this ability, Starstruck, deals 4 or more damage to the hero, the only attacks they may play or activate during their next turn are attacks with base greater than the damage dealt this way. So that can really stop certain decks, right? Can really shut them down. Or else they have to, spend all of this defensive actions to stop this, in which case it kind of stops them, again, in a different way, right? So just very powerful ability. And it is yellow, so it pitches for 2 if needed. Just a pretty solid all-around card here. Moving on to Seismic Surge, which is directly related to what we were just saying with the Unity effect there. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. The next Guardian attack action card you play this turn costs 1 less to play. Okay, we know what's going on there. This is just going to help you, play things cheaper. That's always good, right? Always good. Decimator Great Axe. This is just a warrior weapon axe for 2-handed. It reads pretty generic, right? Just once per turn action, you pay 3 resources to attack for 4. And the first time this is defended by a non-equipment card each turn, have the base defense or armor of target defending card rounded up. So you see what they're saying there. A 3 would become a 2. Right, so if you swing at something and they block for 3, well, now it only blocks for 2. If it's, if it's a 2, then it only blocks for 1. Right, so nothing too special there. Pretty decent little 2-hander for warriors. Not bad. Bastion of Unity. Excuse me. Bastion of Unity is a offhand warrior equipment. Unity, when this defends together with a card from hand, this gets +1 armor until end of turn, and it has Temper. So Temper is this. There's a card right next to it. When the combat chain closes, if this defendant put a -1 counter on it, and then if it has 0, just destroy it. So it kind of just gets destroyed right away, right? When this defends together with a card from hand, this gets +1 until end of turn. So you can block for 2, I guess, potentially. When this defends together with a card from hand. Yeah, I think so. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. Okay, Iron Song versus warrior equipment for arms. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Once per turn action, pay 1. Your next sword attack this turn gets, when this hits a hero, create a courage token. Go again. It doesn't give go again. This card has go again, right? So, but it gives a courage token, and it has temper. When this combat chain closes, if this defended, put a -1 armor counter on it. Then if it has 0, destroy it. So you'll be able to block twice with it, right? Very strong. And that's a once per turn action. That once per turn action, pay 1. Your next sword attack this turn gets, when this hits a hero, create a courage token. Just very, very good. Okay, not much to say there. It's just excellent. Okay, now we got a Dorinthia specialization card here. Chorus of Iron Song. Defense for 3. This is a 1-cost yellow warrior attack reaction. Dorinthia specialization, like I said. Until end of turn, target Dawnblade gets +1 physical attack, and damage this would deal cannot be prevented. And it has Unity. When this defends together with a card from hand, create a courage token under any number of heroes' control. Okay, so creating courage tokens. Same idea with the Iron Song Versus. Okay, and I think this is the last card we're going to go over, Morlock Hill. This is a 0-cost. Pitches for 3. It's a blue card. Warrior instant. The next time you would be dealt lethal damage this turn, you may banish Minerva Themis from your hand or arsenal to prevent that damage. Interesting. Minerva Themis from your hand or arsenal to prevent that damage. Let me see. Can we search that up? Let me see. Not legal in Classic Constructed. Wait a minute. Interesting. So again, the next time you would be dealt lethal damage. That's cool. You can see her. That looks like her right there. Very cool. Warrior Mentor. Oh, okay. So this is more for rush decks, I guess. The next time you'd be dealt lethal damage this turn, you may banish Minerva Themis from your hand or arsenal to prevent that damage. Very cool. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. So that was really cool at the end there, because it was, I think there was a card we went over like that not too long ago in Alluring Inducement. I believe that was for a card, Shyana, and I think that's only for Blitz. So very cool. All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. That's about all we're going to go over for today's video. This stuff I've gone over before in another video. I probably should have saved the frontline stuff for the Light Warrior video. But I went over that in my Viserai video. One of the Viserai videos. I believe it was the second one. And then I went over Alluring Inducement and these illusionist stuffs in my Prism video. Went over these Runeblade stuff in my Viserai video, of course. And now I'm done with this stuff here. Very cool. So we're almost done, guys. We're really wrapping it up. We only got, I believe we got 2, maybe 3 leaders left, right? But we do have to go over these light cards in another video as well. So very cool. We'll go over that next, and then we'll go over Livia, and then we'll go over Vinset, and then, oh, here's Livia down here. Glad I saw that so I can go over that. And then I think that's it, guys. Yeah, that'll be it. So I got about 3 more videos on this. Very cool, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below, what y'all think about our Light Warrior Boltyn here. How well do you think he's going to perform? The ratios, whatever you want to talk about concerning Boltyn. Let's hear about in the comments below. And guys, if you don't mind, if you don't mind, please leave a like and a subscribe. That kind of stuff really helps me out. And yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.